Good to see Mr. Gilbert back again. This is his 35th year of racing with us. And I think he said he's got 42 years of competition under his belt. Okay, watch the lights. Says the nice young lady there. The lights are out. About to go out. Away we go. And Luke Williams does indeed get the jump there. Away he flies. Oh, it's a tight grid. Look, arguing over second, 3 abreast going into Paddock Hill Bend.
That's Hegarty and Napton, I think. They're slotted in the third position behind one of the Formula 2 machines. So Formula 2 right up there. Looks like Saunders and Koppach on the number 96, who are there in second position at the moment. Simon Gilbert trying to go the long way round on Atkinson and Middleton to the 11 and the 26, but it is Gilbert who comes out on top for that battle for 4th. But it will be the 91 of Luke Williams and Kevin Coles who lead the way. And of course, Luke Williams made his Sidecar debut with us here 3 years ago, I think it was. It might even be 4.
I think it might be 4 now, mate. It was quite a while ago, and I remember we gave him Rookie of the Day, which I've never done to a Sidecar driver before, but he finished on the podium in his debut race, and he's basically gone from strength to strength there. His dad was a former Sidecar international
World Championship level.
Well. So this is not new to this family. And Luke was also a Formula Ford 1600 champion here. But he gave up 4 wheels to 3, and he's looking at the World Championship this year. And I tell you what, you struggle a bit against the guy. He did extremely well in the World Championship on the few rounds he had last year as well. And yeah, he is definitely a man to beat, that's for sure. Right, down the hill we come then. Very clear lead as he rattles the undriven wheel over the inside curve there. Simon Gilbert on the G-Force machine, very, very clear machine that, of course. Now, having a quick look, Williams and Colch are leading the way. Obviously, Hegarty and Napton, I think they probably score points, you know, in the F1s. Quite sure if we're going to put a season together. I haven't seen Sean to speak to. Saunders and Koppach up next, the leading F2 outfit. And second of the F2 outfits at the moment is hang on. It all changes very rapidly.
Yeah, Williams and Colch, they are still out there.
So that's an issue with the transponder.
It is.
Williams and Colch, isn't it? Yeah, that's not a problem. They quickly get restored to their right. Atkinson Middleton lose a couple of places there with their F1 outfit. Looks like Lockie and Rostrom running second of the F2s ahead of Buchanan and Evans. And again, haven't spoken to Ross, Buchanan and Evans this weekend. Local guys to here running the pub down there, and they were doing the roads last year, so I don't know if they're going to put the season together with us, or again, if this is just an exercise in getting signatures. I see Maria Costello's down there with Parker in the chair this year, and again, I know I spoke to Maria yesterday. I do apologise for calling you Marie, but that's my neighbour, as I explained. But she's, again, another one. She admitted quite freely that she's here to get a signature. The other man I saw in the paddock yesterday, actually helping Maria out, was Dean Ride, who has built the remarkable 2-stroke, a 500cc 2-stroke. He's actually built himself.
Yeah, and it's not like a kit engine that he puts together.
No,
this is fabricated himself.
Yeah, it's an absolutely remarkable piece of engineering, and hopefully we'll be seeing that at a DMZ at some point in the near future. Tell you what, mate, that battle for, what are we looking at, 4th, 5th place around there?
There's a few people there, isn't it?
Definitely a few people mucking about there. We've seen number 27 machine of Tom Kirby and Emma Salmon there. Paul Kirby, sorry. Get me Kirby's mixed up there. Now, is Paul related to Tom? They're brothers.
Paul and Tom Kirby were unrelated.
Oh, no, they're the unrelated Kirby. Of course, that's me. Sorry, Tom.
Yeah, well, I say were unrelated. They still are unrelated.
Yeah. There's too many families in this game. That's the problem. Look at this gaggle of sidecars over the line. Saunders and Koppach, Gilbert and Clearfield, Kirby and Salmon, Nickel and Collin. And only one small change there as they argue over the placings. So I'm not going to confirm who's doing what. Go on, mate.
Paul Kirby and Emma haven't had a look at the inside of Simon Gilbert, but he closed the door on him and he made his presence felt down there at Paddock Hill Bend, but they're trying to find a way through as they go in towards Graham Hill Bend on one of the Formula 2 machines. Looks like it could be Saunders and Koppach. We'll get confirmation in just a second there. Difficult to see from this distance, in all honesty, but the Formula 2 in the mix there is Lockie and Rostrom. And could well be one of the tail enders there, I must admit.
Yeah, we've got a tail ender, so already there is the traffic. And of course, traffic always a problem with these wide sidecars as well. It just adds an extra complication as the lights flash out in a different order. No doubt about the leader. Williams and Colch are well away with this one so far, about nearly 6 seconds up the road. But Hegarty and Naps tops the line in second place. Gilbert, Winfield, Kirby, Salmon, Saunders, Coppock, Nicol and Caldwell, Atkinson and Middleton, Wakely and Hughes, all involved in that really close six-way battle for the minor placings.
Yeah, they're doing their best attempt of going 3 wide towards Paddock Hill Bend at the start of this lap. This is lap number 6 of 9. Race leader already in towards left-hander asserting on the bottom end of the circuit. There is Hegarty and Napton, and Simon Gilbert just blocking that position from Paul Kirby.
Kirby's alongside him.
He is. Emma Salmon there in the chair. They will both go through on Simon Gilbert and Sean Winfield.
Yes, of course. You get passed by 2 people, strictly speaking, don't you, I suppose?
Yes.
Right, round we come on to Clark Curve, and now that's a 900cc MT-09 engine that Simon's got tucked away in his. I'm not quite sure what sort of machinery is ahead of him. This is the confusing thing. We've got a big variation in engines, and I think some of the... Oh, Simon Gilbert into Paddock Hill. Unbelievable. I didn't think he'd get round there, and sure enough, he bends round. Unfortunately, passenger is ejected in no uncertain terms. These closing speed through Paddock there, Bradley. I know you were looking the other way, but I thought, wow, he's come from a long, long way back. Surely he's not going to make that stick. Unfortunately, Simon has gone and beached his craft down there, so he'll be taking no further part in this race. That was a very spectacular high speed back into the scenery. I don't think he hit the scenery too hard, fortunately. The gravel did its job absolutely beautifully there, but of course it does mean that we've got the check at the yellow flags flashing and waving down there at Paddock Hill Bend. So once again, the marshals down there doing a fantastic job of sorting them out. They've been some of the busiest marshals here today, actually, at the bottom of Paddock Hill, girls and boys, as Simon's foe there, Kirby and Salmon, they come past going, I knew that wasn't going to work for you. And in fact, Kirby and Salmon, who's that behind them at the moment, mate? Because they're coming under a lot of pressure. Oh, at Druid. Sorry, mate, go on, who is it?
Got Nicol and Connell on number 88.
Okay, a new outfit for me, I must admit that one. So again, I don't know if they're qualified for points in the Benzie Championship. They're certainly powering along very nicely indeed.
All side by side there, it's going towards Paddock Hill Bend again, and that was between Bainborough, Rudland and McKenna Oldroyd, I believe. Race leader is heading towards us any moment now, and the fastest lap of the race was on that previous lap of a 50.338, and they're in the pits. Williams and Colch are in the pits there, Keith.
I wonder if that's a we don't need to play any more kind of that move. I don't mean that rudely, but obviously Luke will not be scoring points in the air anyway, and he's letting everybody else trying to get on with it. So yeah, it's Clement Connell and Lewis Nicol from Cooper, so British address at least. But don't know what kind of if they're point scoring people. If they are, they're going to be certainly well pleased with their start to the day. And you see Maria Costello Umbe down there. I think it might be a double barrel surname thing for Maria. I think somebody said she's married a Nigerian prince or something, so that's why the name appears in the entry forms as Umbe there, or Costello Umbe. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll no doubt get confirmation from somebody about that at some point in the near future.
Checkered flag goes out, and it will be the number 33 of Sean Hegarty, and I believe that's Jack Napton who's there in the chair. James Neve on the entry list, but it could well be Jack Napton.
I think you might be
who's
right,
with
mate.
It. Of course, both names, both families, almost synonymous with Sidecars.
Totally.
Mark Hegarty as well. I think that's Sean's dad, is it? And Jack Napton is.
That's where the 33 comes from.
The Irish.
The Irish. 33.
Apparently. Of course, Jack Napton as well. There's been Paul Napton, Phil Napton, and Ken Napton as well, going back a few years.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of Naptons going on.
Good stuff for them. They take the victory. Paul Kirby and Emma Salmon, they take second position overall. They were 0.9 of a second ahead of Nicol and Connell at the end of that race. Atkinson and Middleton, Wakely and Hughes round out the overall and the Formula 1 top 5. Sixth position, but first of the Formula 2s, it is Saunders and Coppock on that number 96 machine. They were briefly in second position at the start of this race, but still holding on to the race win in the Formula 2s. 9 seconds up the road from Lockie and Rostrom. Then it's Lambert and King, Ilaria and Saunders who take the final podium position in the Formula 2s, with Brian Gray and Frankie Muldoon rounding out the top 10.